The race for Iowa's 3rd congressional district, which includes most of the Des Moines metro, is one of the most closely watched in the nation. Democratic Congresswoman Cindy Axne and former Republican Congressman David Young are in a rematch and are trading barbs in TV ads. KCCI's Chris Gothner helps us get the facts about what's true and what's not.
We're starting with an ad from incumbent Democratic Congresswoman Cindy Axne against her Republican challenger and predecessor in Congress, David Young. Axne argues Young supports attacks on women's health care. It makes two claims. The first,
Congress, Young voted to limit women's access to contraceptives and cancer screenings.
The ad cites Young's 2016 vote in favor of a bill repealing portions of the Affordable Care Act. A portion of the bill would have paused federal funds for Planned Parenthood, specifically services other than abortion. Federal funds have not been used for abortions. Now, the nonpartisan Congressional Research Service analyzed the bill, concluding, quote, some Medicaid beneficiaries could go without services, including preventive screenings and contraceptive services. But there were no votes about that specific provision in the bill. Young's vote was for the entire repeal bill. During his time in Congress, Young told the Des Moines Register he believes in women's access to health care and contraceptives. Young's campaign affirmed that remains his position today. So the bill did contain language that Congress's own nonpartisan research service concluded could limit access to contraceptives and preventative screenings. But that was only one part of a larger bill. So we're labeling this misleading. The next claim?
He supports banning all abortions, even for victims of rape and incest.
It cites a 2014 Register article where Young described himself as, quote, opposed to abortion except to save the life of a mother. But Axne's ad claims Young supports banning all abortions. That article contradicts that claim because while Young didn't mention rape or incest, he qualified his opposition to abortion with an exception for when the life of the mother is at stake. That is clearly not all abortions. Therefore, we also rate this claim misleading. Next, an ad from Young against Axne. Its central claim?
Axne skips work and lets this far-left East Coast congressman vote in her place.
That's Maryland Democrat Jamie Raskin. Young's claim is based on a new House rule spurred by the COVID-19 pandemic. Because of social distancing concerns, members of the U.S. House of Representatives have been able to designate another representative to vote on their behalf on the House floor. It's called proxy voting. Axne has sent letters designating Raskin as her proxy 3 separate times. That is true, but the claim from Young is misleading. Here's why. House rules state that a proxy cannot vote on another member's behalf without their written instruction on how to vote. So Axne and other members of Congress make their own voting decisions, not their proxy. The proxy essentially pushes the button on their behalf. And proxies have cast votes different than their own. All but one of the more than 70 representatives who use proxies are Democrats, but the sole Republican to do so, Florida Representative Francis Rooney, named Virginia Democrat Don Beyer as his proxy, and Rooney's first vote by proxy differed from that of Beyer. Most House Republicans oppose the idea of proxy voting, claiming members are mailing it in, and disagree with Democrats on its constitutionality, but it is allowed right now. Bottom line, the voting decisions were ultimately